Picture waking up in a room where the Red Sea stretches endlessly beyond your balcony, and you realize this isn't just another beach resort. The Mövenpick Waterpark Resort and Spa Soma Bay has managed to crack the code on luxury accommodations that actually make sense for real travelers. Their deluxe rooms span around 35 to 40 square meters of thoughtfully designed space, featuring either king or twin beds that somehow avoid the typical hotel furniture trap of looking like they were ordered from the same catalog as every other resort. What catches your eye immediately is how the neutral tones with bright accents create this surprisingly sophisticated atmosphere without feeling sterile. The balconies or terraces aren't afterthoughts either. They're genuine spaces where you'd actually want to spend time, not just step out for a quick photo. Air conditioning that works, flat-screen TVs positioned at angles that don't give you neck cramps, and minibars stocked with items you might actually want to consume rather than overpriced mystery snacks. The family rooms tell a different story entirely, stretching to about 50 square meters with separate sleeping and living areas that acknowledge the reality of traveling with children. These aren't just bigger versions of regular rooms with an extra bed shoved in the corner. They're designed by people who clearly understand that families need space to breathe and kids need room to be kids without driving parents completely insane. Some of these rooms offer direct pool access, which sounds like a parent's dream until you realize it might also be their nightmare when children discover they can essentially live in the water. The sofa beds are actually comfortable enough for adults, not those torture devices disguised as furniture that most hotels seem to favor. But the real genius lies in the layout that gives parents some semblance of privacy while keeping children close enough to prevent any elaborate escape plans. The suites take luxury up several notches, occupying 60 to 70 square meters of space that feels genuinely spacious rather than cramped elegance. These accommodations come with separate living areas that serve as actual functional spaces, not just fancy sitting rooms that nobody uses. The upgraded amenities include bathrobes and slippers that you won't be embarrassed to wear, premium toiletries that smell better than your bathroom at home, and espresso machines for those who take their morning coffee seriously. The sea view or water park view balconies are significantly larger, offering panoramic vistas that justify the premium price point. The furnishings blend modern comfort with subtle Egyptian touches that feel authentic rather than theme park artificial. What sets these suites apart is the attention to details that matter: proper lighting for reading, enough electrical outlets in convenient locations, and bathroom layouts that accommodate two people getting ready without resembling a choreographed dance routine. Now let's talk about something that might surprise you about the dining scene at this resort. The Waterpark restaurant operates as the main dining hub, serving everything from breakfast buffets that won't leave you questioning your life choices to dinner options that actually showcase local ingredients alongside international favorites. The breakfast spread runs from 7 to 10:30, giving reasonable people enough time to fuel up without forcing early birds to wait around or night owls to miss out entirely. Fresh seafood features prominently on the menu, which makes perfect sense given the Red Sea location, but they haven't forgotten about vegetarian options or the reality that children have very specific food preferences that don't always align with adult dining adventures. The themed buffet nights add variety without falling into the trap of gimmicky presentations that prioritize Instagram potential over actual flavor. What impressed many guests was the kitchen's ability to maintain food quality even during peak dining times, suggesting a level of organization that many resort restaurants struggle to achieve. The beach bar and grill operates on an entirely different philosophy, embracing the casual beachfront dining experience that actually works. Open from 10 to 2200 hours, this venue understands that beach dining should feel effortless rather than forced. The grilled fish comes from local catches when possible, and the tropical cocktails avoid the overly sweet, artificially colored disasters that plague many beach bars. The sunset happy hours have become something of a local legend among guests, not just for the drinks, but for the timing that coincides perfectly with the Red Sea's spectacular evening light show. The outdoor seating arrangement takes advantage of sea breezes that provide natural air conditioning, making this one of those rare beachfront restaurants where you can actually eat comfortably during the day. The menu keeps things simple, but executes everything well, from fresh salads that don't wilt in the heat to grilled meats that arrive properly cooked rather than charred beyond recognition. The lobby lounge and bar serves as the resort's sophisticated gathering place, operating from 4 p.m. until midnight for those who prefer their evening entertainment with a bit more refinement. The drink selection goes beyond typical resort offerings, featuring premium beverages that justify their price points and international snacks that complement rather than compete with the main dining venues. Live music on select evenings adds atmosphere without overwhelming conversation, suggesting someone actually thought about acoustics when designing the space. The seating arrangements accommodate both intimate conversations in larger groups without forcing awkward arrangements or shouting matches across poorly designed furniture layouts. What makes this venue particularly appealing is its role as a transition space between day and evening activities, providing a comfortable environment for planning the next day's adventures or simply unwinding from the current day's experiences. Here's where things get interesting. The pool situation at Mövenpick Waterpark Resort goes far beyond the typical resort offering. The main pool stretches approximately 25 meters, providing enough space for actual swimming rather than just floating around looking decorative. But the real star of the show is the integrated water park concept that somehow manages to coexist with the luxury resort atmosphere without turning the entire property into chaos. Multiple pools serve different purposes and age groups, from shallow children's areas where parents can maintain some semblance of supervision to water park pools featuring slides that range from gentle family fun to adrenaline-inducing adventures. The Soma bar concept actually works here. Unlike many resorts where it feels like an afterthought added by someone who never actually tried to order a drink while treading water. Pool service includes towel service that doesn't require complex negotiations or deposits, sun lounges that are actually comfortable, and poolside service that responds in reasonable time frames. Private beach stretches for approximately 300 meters of sandy coastline with clear Red Sea waters that showcase why this region has become legendary among diving and snorkeling enthusiasts. Beach service provides the essential sun loungers, umbrellas, and towels without the complicated reservation systems that turn beach relaxation into a competitive sport. Water sports options include snorkeling, windsurfing, kite surfing, and paddleboarding, with equipment that appears to be maintained rather than left to deteriorate under the desert sun. The beach bar service extends the dining experience onto the sand, allowing guests to enjoy drinks and light meals without having to abandon prime beach real estate. What sets this beach apart is the combination of convenience and natural beauty, close enough to resort amenities to feel connected, but expansive enough to find quieter spots away from the main activity areas. The water clarity makes snorkeling an actual adventure rather than a disappointing exercise in murky visibility. For checking booking availability and prices at your desired dates, you can use the link in description. I hope this video was helpful. Give it thumbs up. Subscribe for more travel-related content. If you are not ready to book this hotel, you can watch our Best Hotels playlist and choose the best one for you. Thanks for watching.